everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a tier list of all of my favorite and maybe not so favorite gels that I've had in my closet testing for the feed. Got quite a variety here, and honestly I did not know what a tier list was and got the idea to do it off of YouTube, and so we're going to go through and rank some of these gels, with the best being in the S tier. These are my racing gels, what I love to use. It's my go-to. Basically, no matter what situation I'm in, they taste good and they help me get the fueling I need for the race. And then the D tier being the lowest, as not my favorite. They still get the job done, not to my taste, but obviously still probably a pretty good quality gel. And if your taste differ from mine, then that's just how it goes. And this is all personal preference. Just a little background on my taste as well. I tend to go towards a neutral flavor, maybe something that's more along the sugar, like a more traditional sugar flavor, or something that's really tart. I try and stay away from the fake sweet flavors or fruity sweet flavors, or surprisingly enough, sometimes espresso flavor. And that is where we're gonna start off, because we're working our way from over here all the way down. The first gel, NeverSecond Espresso. It's got 75 milligrams of caffeine, so already it's not a D tier because that caffeine is like gold in the middle of the race. You can tell it's opened. It's pretty clear. It's got pretty liquidy, and overall it's not that bad, although just an espresso flavor in a gel to me is never quite exactly what I'm looking for. It doesn't, to me, always taste like my espresso setup back here in the corner. So for me, that probably falls more in the C tier, where if I have to, I'll use it. It's great energy, 30 grams of carbs, 75 milligrams of caffeine. But during a hard effort or something, the taste is just not gonna be quite there. So not a bad option. And if you like a traditional espresso gel, this one is for you. And it's pretty liquidy, so it doesn't stick in your mouth. It just kind of goes right down. Second up on the list, we got Vicus. This has a 2:1 to 1.5 of maltodextrin, fructose, and dextrose. Maltodextrin is your go-to sugar. It's most easily digested, and this is lemon flavored, so we got a little bit more of a citrusy type flavor on here, and we'll see kind of where it falls on the spectrum. It's 45 grams, which is a great amount of carbohydrates to pack into a gel. Most traditional gels would be 25 to 30, so this one has good bang for your buck. And if you can see in here, let's see it squirt out. It's maybe a little thicker than the, oh, that's a money shot, isn't it? A little thicker than the NeverSecond gel, but the flavor I describe as way more neutral. It's got a little bit of a sweeter lemon flavor to it. So think maybe along the lines more of like a candy rather than something that's sour. So for me, because of the simple sugars in there, a little bit more citrusy, and just how it tastes, I'd probably put it more B, but it's not something that I would really go to outside of just trying to get in some carbohydrates as I'm going, only because the flavor profile for me is a little off and I get a little picky, but I've actually really enjoyed trying those out. Third up, Enervit liquid gel. I can already tell you this is one of my favorite types, because if you hate thick gels, this one is very liquidy, and we'll get a nice little close up, get the counter sticky. Pours out like water. It's the easiest gel to take. And awesome little top. That's a fun little thing that you can do. You can save it for later super easily if you didn't want to. I prefer these for running because they go down so easy and they don't coat your mouth. This one's S tier for me. I race with these. The biggest negative in my mind is just it's a little bulkier. I have to run with it in my hand. It's harder to shove in a pocket, but I love these. The taste is great. I will say it's a little bit sweeter than maybe I would like than tart, but because of how liquidy it is, it almost reminds me of an orange Gatorade flavor from back in the day. So, and it's almost that consistency as well. So these ones are definitely a go-to. Next gel, NeverSecond, 30 milligrams. This is a fruit punch flavored, and if you're thinking, I might not like this one because it's fruit punch, and fruit punch is traditionally a little bit more on the sweet side than the tart side, wrong. Showed you already the viscosity The main thing about these NeverSeconds that could potentially bump it down a level is these tabs are hard to get off. That's not always fun in the middle of a race, but it opens up easy enough. A little taste. I love these. They tend to go more on the tart side with the fruit punch, which is rare in the gel world, and I'm not always good at describing what exactly it tastes like, but it's almost like sweet tarts, where it's a little sugary, but it's got that tartness to it. S tier for me. These are a go-to, especially with 200 milligrams of sodium. They are great to add in that little extra sodium that I'm not getting as much from these high carbohydrate drinks and gels. And this is a good balance for those in-between times when I'm not taking in high carbohydrates or caffeine. We are on our 5th gel, Martin 160, the most scientific gel out there, so they claim. They have fun advertising shots on people's faces. Here we go. The 160 gel though, 40 grams of carbs. I love that. These, look at how thick this is. It comes out, it's like a Jell-O. That's real thick. So the viscosity, if you don't like thick gels, these probably aren't for you. I usually would go no, but these, I've always described their taste as like a table sugar, like just a normal sugar, and they put it in a gel. And besides the stickiness, which can be kind of annoying, I found the taste, even though, like I claimed, sugar, it's sweet, maybe I wouldn't like it. I find that no matter what point in my workout I'm at, whether I'm easy riding, in the middle of a super hard effort, these go down so easily. If I had to pick, I'm gonna go S tier because I'm leaning towards Ironman racing as one of the biggest goals. You gotta eat a lot, and this is something that I'll probably race with when I'm in Kona, just for pure carbohydrate and the fact that it tastes good, even in the heat, which is something that's kind of rare for gels. Hey everyone, this video is brought to you by The Feed. It's your one-stop shop for all things nutrition, from bars, gels, drinks, anything you need, they have it. And also, join my nutrition club. The link is down in the description, where you get $80 in feed credit, can take advantage of some awesome deals on The Feed, and I post exclusive content on there for how to nail your training, racing, and everything in between nutrition. So go check it out. Let us know in the comments if this is the sort of content you guys like, and thanks again for watching. Untapped. We got the Espresso coffee-infused maple syrup. It's got 27 milligrams of caffeine. Can show you. We got, well, that might hurt a little bit. We didn't get the full thing open, but look at how easy that was to open again. Just like maple syrup. Oh, that's dark. And honestly, these are B+. I don't know if that's even an option, but I would say B+. It's very maple syrup forward with an aftertaste of that same fake coffee taste that I always have. And that could just be, it might not even be fake coffee. It might just be the type of beans that they use. I'm somebody who likes really light roasted. Most coffee flavored gels are on the dark roasted flavor profile. So I would still rank this as B+ because it's there when you need it in the winter. Super cozy. It's great to just, get in on those long rides when you need that little extra kick when it's cold and you have some caffeine needs going. So that one's still solid. Another Martin gel, 100 milligrams caffeine, 25 grams of carbohydrate for 100 calories. So it's their 100 gel. I don't even have to take this one off. You guys know that I like the taste of Martin. Smaller package, same great taste, and it's got caffeine in it. And what's not to love about this? This is my favorite gel. I call it rocket fuel. S tier for sure. No matter what, this one's my go-to. We're back with the Untapped maple syrup. This one, tried and true, same viscosity as the last one. We'll see about color-wise. It's a little lighter. Oh, yep, a little lighter. Doesn't have that coffee infusion. Tastes exactly like maple syrup. Pretty sure they just use it's pure Vermont maple syrup, and that's what it tastes like, straight out of a good quality syrup bottle. And I would rank that one A tier just because I love the taste. It's warm and inviting, especially in the winter. It's a great fuel because it's 25, 30 grams of carbs, easy to digest, great tasting. I just wouldn't race in it because once it starts to get hot, for me, maple syrup doesn't make sense just in the heat. But when you're winter training, I just stock up on these. Gotta get all the syrup on mine. There we go. Enervit Carbo Gel. This one is lime flavored and it's got 40 grams of carbs. Let's see here. 2-to-1 ratio of maltodextrin and fructose. It's another good high quality gel. You can tell the viscosity is, come on, it's a little thick, but not too bad. And you know, I would say, again, this one surprises me a little bit because usually like lime gels with this, it's still a little bit sweeter, but got that tart. I'm torn. I would say it's a B tier. I want to go A because I like Enervit a lot and I love their drink. But just the difference in taste between the lime drink and this one, lime drink just wins out for me. So that's going to be a B tier, but a great go-to for a 40-gram carb gel. SI's Beta Fuel. I've been using this one for a while. Again, a great 40-gram carb gel. To me, the Beta Fuels have always been on the sweeter side. Yeah, you can see it's almost like same viscosity. A lot of the gels that are higher carb now are going into this not as thick gel, which is nice. Strawberry and lime flavor for this one, definitely on the sweeter side. I'm gonna go C tier just because with how that's sweet, it's not my go-to anymore. You can see a few other gels here even sitting on the cutting board that I'd rather go to. So it fell down the rankings a bit. Probably, if you asked me a couple years ago, probably would have been a little higher up, but overall not a bad gel, just flavor profile for me, not there. Finally, we're coming up, Raw Vello. This is a passion fruit and coconut flavor. We'll see how it tastes. I haven't really tried too many of these. Well, let's show it first. Let's just see. Kind of looks like maple syrup. If you can see that at all. A lot better than I was expecting. The passion fruit, I think, wins out. I would think this is a tough one for me because let me try this again because I haven't tested this one as much, so I'm going in blind. I would say this is honestly a C tier. It's not one that I would go to, but if I found this in my pocket, I'd probably enjoy it. I could say it could graduate to B if I tried the whole thing and see how it worked out in a harder interval, but I expected that one to be D level because some of the other flavors maybe not agreed with me as much or their bars or something, but that one, the passion fruit wins out, and usually I'm not a coconut guy either when it's just a flavoring, but didn't taste it at all, so that one's gonna stay a C. Not my go-to, maybe not exactly what I want, but for the winter too, that could be a great gel. So this is a solid, I don't even know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 gels that we just went through. As you can tell, it's not very often that I would even find a D tier gel just because I've tried a lot. I kind of know what I like and what flavors I drift to, and even a D tier is not gonna be necessarily a D tier for anyone else because these are all good quality gels. They're getting you what you need in a good package, but taste is everything and texture is everything when it comes to racing especially. So for an S tier gel, it's got to go through the paces of constant workouts, constant training, and race situations for it to stay up there. And that's where, you know, even the A through the D don't really matter to me as much because those are all in the testing phase and just going through. I'm either training and just trying out something new or just getting through some of those other months and saving up my race gels, or, you know, they're in trial for that racing type of gel. So I hope this is helpful for you guys. We'll try and go through some more products for you to make sure that you know exactly what you're buying when you go to the feed, because there are so many great products on there. So thanks for watching, and we've got more coming.